Hey folks, Dave here. Today I'm going to build some primitive arrow fletchings out of some turkey feathers. These are from the turkey I got a couple weeks ago. Try to use the primary feathers most of the time, but some of the secondary feathers work fine too. And what I'm using here for tools is I got a flake of chert, got a piece of sandstone, and a couple sticks I cut for shaping purposes and holding purposes. So I'm going to start separating the quill. Oops. Here, get the quill all off of it. I'm gonna just kind of eyeball it, not measure it. Gonna go for about 5.5 inches or so. And of course, if you were using modern tools, this would work a lot easier, a lot quicker. But so let's see. I'm gonna cut it about here. Alright, so we got our blank here, and I'm going to go ahead and peel off about 1/4 inch-ish worth of feathers off the quill on either end. That's where we'll lash it after it's glued on. And I'm going to take my little sticks here, which are actually for burning the feather to shape, but I'm also going to use them as a clamp. And I'm going to take my piece of stone here, put a good spot on it. Oops. And I'm going to use it just to flatten the base just a little. It don't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to get the bumps out of it. Like I said, these are primitive fletchings, so they're not going to be all perfect and stuff like your commercial store-boughts. Because of course they're using machines and all that. Like I said, you could use a knife and some sandpaper and all that would definitely expedite things. But we're building primitive stuff here, so I'm going to use some primitive tools. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that's my first one. You see I got the base all nice and smooth for the most part. It'll work just fine. So okay. There we go. Let's see, this one here is long enough I can probably actually get 2 feathers out of it, huh? Let's take a look here. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can get 2. Depends on the feather itself. Yeah, no, this one I'm not gonna be able to get 2 out of this one. that off of there. Once again, measure this up. Right there. There. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pop about a 1/4 inch off of each side of the quill, once again for lashing purposes. I'll do a video in the future on the actual arrow builds themselves. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing here. Undo the steaks. So we're going to sandwich it in there. Use this. And you're just going to sand these bases down, just to give them somewhat flat. So they're not going for perfect dysfunctional. There. So there. We got another one. Once again, not perfect, but smooth enough. As you notice, this is a different wing, but that's what I grabbed. I'll be doing them all anyhow, so the purpose of right now, it really don't matter. Well, there's another one of these. Let's see where we want to be, I think. Let's save that right there. I'm going to sand the base just like we did the other two. This seems like a lot of work. Why, yes it is. Got to give credit to the natives and the folks way before us that weren't doing this as for fun or for a hobby or anything. This was their livelihood. I'm quite sure they were way better at it than I am. Okay, that worked. Okay, I got 3 of them here now. And yes, I do have 2 lefts and 1 right wing. I'm going to be doing all the primaries from this turkey and some of the secondaries as well. So I just kind of grabbed randomly. When you build the arrow, you need to have all the same wing on the same arrow. I don't think it makes any difference if you have left fletch ones and right fletch ones. I shoot them side by side. They seem to be just the same. But the arrow itself needs to have matching wings. So now I'm going to shape these Now, I would normally not do this at this stage at all. I would go ahead and mount them to the arrow first. And I'd usually glue them on like this because they're easier to hang on to, the glue, and then I would burn them and shape them after the fact. But today I'm going to burn them right here just to show you how. And then these sticks, as you can see, I've cut a little bit of a curvature to them. They're not very high profile, but I don't believe they need to be. These arrows seem to fly just fine in the short distances that I'll be shooting them, so it seems to be a really good profile. So what I'm going to do is, since would be your knock end and this would be your knock end of the feather, I'll go ahead and lay the quill in there and match these up. Alright, so now I got them sandwiched in there, as you can see, and it's just a simple matter of burning the feather off. Knock all the burn off, and boom, we got a fletching. And repeat the same with all of them. Sandwich them in here, making sure you have the knock end the right way. And yes, it does smell. Not horrible, but pretty akin to burnt hair. That, and we're going to do the same. Hot. Knock the burns off. Boom. There we go. Grab my third one, do the same exact thing. Get them lined up, and we're going to burn them. Ooh, that's a little hot. Make this one here a little better. And boom, there's number 3. So there we go. 3 arrow fletchings ready to be put on the shafts. But that's making primitive arrow fletchings from turkey feathers.